Well, I finally got a day at home to tinker back with the 400, and based on that, the battery's good and dead. Solid red. But yeah, just to catch you guys up, I got the new alt on. I got the 10 gauge wire running from there to the new meter, which we will see here in a minute, and that's about it. And there's not a lot more to do from the amp meter down to the battery. They call it the battery, but it's really the starter. And flip the cables around, because now it'll be actually negative ground, and start a whole lot better and definitely charge better. Yeah, so I've ran the wires from here to there, from the alternator to the left post, and then the right post down to the, they call the battery, and then here's the old gauge. Yeah, I think I was due for an upgrade, no doubt. I'll be a lot happier with that. This is a good gauge. That's not. So, that's not, is what I meant to say. But, yeah, I'll get a new water temperature gauge put in there too while I have everything opened up. I mean, why not have all three? The trifecta working. And, yeah, as soon as that battery's done, I'm going to see if she'll fire up and charge, see what we got going on. And I did get a new fuse and fuse holder. I don't know what I'm going to do for lights yet. I haven't decided. Chances are this entire switch system will be changed out. Just like, kind of like what I did on the MTA. You know, if I'm going to get things working, I'm going to start anew, not old. And this is, I'm guessing 99.9% chance that's the original switch on there, and I'm not an originalist when it comes to electronics, because you really don't have a choice but to not be. And then I need to unstick this choke cable that's froze up for some odd daggone reason, but I'll get it unstuck so it works. We'll have a working loader. Doggone it all. I've had a few of you ask, how's the grain truck doing? Well, this is the rebuilt gasser, same as the bus engine. It is an International, and this was an in-frame overhaul, not a tune-up like some ignorant trolls tried to say. But no, this is an in-frame. It's done right, but what I'm finding is that these ain't good wires on here. They're skipping, and so I'm gonna redo the wires, get a little thicker gauge on there, and see if that helps a lot. I should have pulled the battery out of here over the winter, and I just didn't, and I went in to start it and it's doggone dead. So I got that on trickle too. It's just a battery kind of day here today. But yeah, it's, you know, I mean, not a lot really to talk about on this thing, just that first things first, get the battery charged, and then get these plug wires changed out, and I think be able to put it in time and get her running brand new, man. And I don't think there's, good grief, 5 miles on that engine. And a couple of you said, man, I'd like, you know, to see some field work and some wrenching. And this isn't really wrenching, man. This is tinkering, turning nuts and pinching wires and stuff. That's the tinkering stuff, the tedious, finesseful stuff you got to do to keep these tractors going. Wrenching would be tearing that engine down, you know, which I'm not going to do today, obviously, but do a lot more of this than this for obvious reasons. I mean, you only overhaul an engine probably once in the entire time you own it, unless you live to be 110 years old, then maybe it's a different story. But yeah, just getting the charging system buttoned up. Been on the road, man, for a few weeks now, in case you haven't noticed. As bad as it looks, I got all the old wires pulled, mostly, and then this is a 6-volt coil, and I don't want to use a ballast resistor, so I bought a 12-volt. Internally resisted, so that'll be changed out. Oh, a few of you asked about the combine. Let's see if she'll fire up. Down there, push the clutch in, turn the key. Well, there's your answer. It helps when you throw new batteries in there, that's for sure. This combine's getting a paint job. It's really the last thing, and then new skins. I think these are the originals from '85, but you know, they've lasted, so why not? But yeah, and all this is done. New bearings, belts back on there. Wait, I think that one was changed out, but yeah, change of bearings here, new bearing there, bearing there. That's the next thing to get done, is a separator bowl. And I think this it's pick ready. I'd like a paint job on it though, but yeah, and I think we got a good looking combine. Yeah, let that combine run and charge the batteries. And yeah, some of my auction wins, they're not all here, that's for sure. Some of them are in the red shed stacked against the wall, and mainly front wheel weights. I've got at least another set of those, and then I've got 2 or 3 sets for a cub, which is nice. And these are for a cub. Those are for an A ski. And then these are getting painted and thrown on the Super MTA. I did pick up that one set you saw, that these will get painted up. And you just never know, man. I go to so many auctions, I wouldn't doubt I come across one set of half moons. I might come across just one piece, you know, and eventually have a set. But for the price, I couldn't turn that down. Got some new old stock moldboard, 194 moldboard plow for the cub. And then that's a 14-inch plow, 1-pronger, which I've used with the cub, and it works it. And then this over here is going to be, it's got a trail wheel. I still haven't done it yet, but that whole assembly off of that is going to go on one of these, and I think that'll be neat. Be the only one around with a trail wheel on a 12-inch plow for a cub. Well, that's not, I don't think that's 12 either, is it? No, that's 14 too, so yeah, we're going to be working. All right, the new wires are on the 345. Keep the drive alive. And what you're hearing right there, that's a timing issue. It's out of time. I'll just loosen the distributor up, turn it until it sounds a lot more right. Dynamite will let that battery charge the rest of the way. But this is what it is. Could probably use an oil change about now. You know, whether the miles are on there or not, I'd like to change it once a year, whether it needs it or not. Well, I come out to play with the 400 a little bit, and she's a dripping. She's a leaker. So I have a new one I'm going to install. It just came in actually today. Well, figure I'd take it for a shake here. Can't find them, grind them. Good grief. Well, we catch everything at once. Got it. The old Loadstar 1600 coming down to Delaware. Sounds like chitty chitty bang bang. I think she's trying to slip shift. Yeah, that's what she's doing. Hear them RPMs and then she shifts. So, tried setting the timing by the distributor. Still off. Gonna throw a light on it right now. Oh, I got the hubs home too. And Dylan told me beforehand. He says, look, you're going to have to get one of these U-bolts. Okay. And I'll be honest with you. This is proof of my Amish bidding. I bought this before I even went to the auction and outbid the guy for the hubs. So I had to get them. I should have told you that before the auction. I had no choice, but I've been spraying them, the studs here, because, you know, they were kind of iffy. I don't know, you know, I'm going to put a impact on them, and I don't really want to break studs off in place if I don't have to, and so I've been kind of soaking them. But yeah, they'll get painted up, and I just can't figure out, I mean, the axles are black, you know, do I keep these black, make them red? I don't know, man. Old doggone 826, you're getting dualed out, and the 7's getting dualed out over there, and yeah, but that's what I'm doing. Now, and the oil filter come in for the 400, so I'm going to get that oil changed. Now, and this is the oil I'm going to use on the 400, is the SAE low ash 30 weight. This is what I found when I do an oil change on these tractors. Say a 400, it runs me about $100. Oil's going to run me about 65, 70 bucks. And then your filter, and by the time you figure in your time, you got a $100 bill into it. But yeah, that's what I'm working with right there. And some guys are like, well, you know, I didn't do an overhaul, but I cleaned the pan out real good and cleaned the, you know, filter housing out real good, so most of the sludge is gone, so now I can use detergent oil, and that ain't me. I'll just use what I got until I know for sure it's been overhauled. Well, this is the first crack of the plug, so let's see what we get, because we're gonna get what we get. See if we get any water or anything. Okay, nothing. Little moisture there, not anything to speak of. Yeah, we got H2O, baby. And there we go. Yeah, black as that oil is, definitely need it changed. All right, I cracked the... Thought I did. Daggone it all. Well, I use a crescent wrench to change the oil. And I mean, all moves are made with the crescent. All right, well, there's the old... Okay, and that is a Case Corporation filtre. And I don't know when the last time he changed it was, but that's pretty heavy filter. Yeah, it's a Case IH. Yeah. There's your number if you're interested in changing out your 400. So there you go. Plop that down in the black tar. Yeah, I'll get in here. I'll drain this out, but I wanted to move the bucket over before I loosen that bottom one, and then I'll clean any sludge out. Yeah, I definitely feel some sludge in there. That's a fact. Actually, I'm not going to move that because it's still dripping there, but got me a coffee can to catch this. There you go. Run right in there. And it is running, but the sludge in the bottom of it is kind of stopping it, so I think I'm going to dig my finger in there and speed the matter up. Yeah, it's blocked. Let's stick something through there. Yeah, you see that sludge on there? There we go. We's a draining now. And that's what I'm putting in it. I didn't get the Case IH, but I think the Fleet Guard's just as good, which is made by Cummins. So this tractor calls for 8 quarts. There's 4 right there. I always figure 9. You know, I come out and maybe the filter sucked a half a quart up, you know, come out tomorrow, pull the dipstick, and needs a half quart or something. But yeah, whatever anything calls for, I always get an extra quart. Yeah, let's pull the dipstick. Boy, it's so clean, it's hard to read. Yeah, it looks like it's on the full line. Hang on. Hang on. Yeah. Right on the full line at 8 quarts. But like I say, once I start it up and the filter sucks some up, and wouldn't be surprised I have to come out here tomorrow and add a half quart. Let's fire it up, see how she sounds. I should probably take it for a shake too, but don't want to ask too much of it. And shake. No choke. Well, wait a minute. Little throw. Definitely become one of the best starting tractors on the farm, no doubt. This and the 826. Actually, no, the best starting tractor is the MTA. Then I would say this, then I would say the 826. And then the rest of them are pretty much all tied as far as quick start. But yeah, want to let that flow. Check the filter canister. Make sure no runs, no drips, no leaks, no errors. There you go, kicked it with Kiko. Yep. Throttle up. Sounds really good, man. And when they don't run good in their mind, I say they don't run good. So I'm not just saying that because it's mine. You heard what I said about the Loadstar. Everybody's like, man, I can't wait to see you get in the field. Well, I'm in the field. That's for sure. I just kicked a bunch of ducks and geese out of here. The old 400. I'm holding a lot of water. I mean, we've got nothing but water the last probably month. It's gonna dry up quick, but we ain't there yet, man. You can see, I mean, I'm doing a little sinking. Yeah, got a pond of water there, got water there. I mean, and this is good ground, so I know the playground and stuff like that's definitely, they're not going to get in it anytime soon. Yep, about a week of this sun and light breeze and this will dry up, but there ain't no getting in this. This reminds me again of 2014, and I couldn't get in the fields till mid-May, and even then was kind of iffy. Yeah, look at the tires, soaked. Drive up here and see what this is like. Not through the corn, but around it. Yeah, we're wet up on this backside here too. And it just got a ton of rain, man. Ton. I haven't found any antlers this year, but I haven't really looked. And I'm hoping I don't find one in a tire when I do start doing field work. Pretty soupy. It's really wet over here, man. There's a little trail camera. It's actually on right now, cellular, so if somebody steals it, they're done. Wow, look at how deep this is. That's good nutrition. Grow that kind of grass. Yeah, I gotta get that loader done. Come up here and get this tree out of the way. And just waiting for things to dry. Well, what do you think? And give it the old try? We'll probably run with this at first. Just go with the 3 bottom that it came with, and then and then maybe give it a try. See, I like that international. It should say 50 right here. I got a book for this, by the way. Had to order it out of Canada. We'll probably run with this at first. Just go with the 3 bottom that it came with, and then and then maybe give it a try. See, I like that international. It should say 50 right here. I got a book for this, by the way. Had to order it out of Canada.